Alright guys, back with another keen gaming video, but this time we got a new game. It's a 2v2. One of our viewers sent this in, and kind of wondering if this is going to be cheeks or cheeky.
Yeah, so this is a new type of genre for our channel, and it's called Cheeks or Cheeky, like Rocco just said. So if a strategy is bad, then it's cheeks, and if a strategy is like popping off, like it's just like a complete smurf strategy, then it's cheeky. So let's see if this game is cheeky or cheeks, and I guess this will be like a little coaching session for the guy who sent this in, which is Ignatius or Ignite.
Ignatius, yeah,
Yeah,
something like that. So he's Zeus, and he's teamed with Moscow Chikna.
I'm not
This
sure who
guy,
that is, but I've seen this guy before, and I've also seen Teal before. So these are EE players. They're upcoming. They're pretty much the future of the game. So let's see if it's Cheeky or Cheeks.
yeah. So this is pre-patch, or is this when did he give us this?
I'm actually not sure. Well, considering this is on 2.6, yeah, it's definitely pre-patch. So this is not on the
Yeah.
patch yet, guys. Just keep that in mind. Let's take a look at his build order, if it's Cheeks or Cheeky, or if it's Buns.
Let's see. So did he even grab? Does he got some hunting dogs?
Yeah,
Yeah.
he got quite a
Okay.
junior hunting dogs right there. So very nice so far. 5 on food, which is correct. 3 on wood, and probably now 3 on gold. Yeah.
Yeah. All right. That's pretty standard. So this is good.
House.
House. House. House.
So he's splitting up
House.
the hunt, which is really good. No
Oh, he's
house
got a
yet.
house at
Oh
the
wait, he
bottom.
already. Okay, so he made a house with a food villager. I would recommend making a house with a gold villager actually.
Yeah.
So by the way, guys, we're mainly gonna be focusing on a red player because he sent this recorded game. So it's like a coaching session, I guess, right? So
Yeah.
we're gonna like really look into the build order. We're gonna play a little detective here, see if we can see mistakes and point them out.
Checking out the Greek buns right now. See if it's cheeks or cheeky.
Yeah, dude. So yeah, the rest should go to food until 9 if you have really good hunt, or 12 if the hunt is kind of bad and you need to like get the food flow going up.
Yeah.
So a nice temple placement with a house.
I
Looking out
think
good
this
so
is
far.
good hunt too. He's got hunt in the back too as well by the TC.
Yeah. So on the new patch, these monkeys they're actually 3 shellable, but on this patch 2.6, they're pretty
Yeah. Two
cheeks.
points. They're metal monkeys on 2.6. Kind of hard to kill.
Yeah. So don't bother your time with it unless you're a set priest and you want to convert them to your raw religion, or actually set.
You're set. Yeah.
Yeah. So he's going actually for the 9 foot, which is really good. And now he's
He's
sending
got a
more
lot
villagers to
on
gold.
gold.
Yeah. Which is, I would say, you probably want to send him to wood first, but this is fine
Yeah.
as well. You want to like split
Or
them
more
evenly.
food.
Yeah. So
But
uh, I would have probably grabbed husbandry like before the temple, just like get your goats fattened up faster and just like have that extra carry capacity. So you have to so you have less
yeah,
walking time.
especially who's he versus?
He's versus Gaia. So you could actually hoplite rush on this map. Maybe it's a Minotaurs, but then again, this is a really low health map, so maybe not. So maybe you could go for like hoplite, Hippicon, Centaurs. That sounds like a nice mix.
Yeah, definitely centaurs. Woodline's crazy. So
Especially on EE, like they're not nerfed on EE, so they actually 2 shot fills, which would be I guess 3 shot for Atlantean villagers. So yeah, you have to keep that in mind. Uh, this is pretty cheeks right there. But
so
I guess he's
cheeky.
going. Oh, I see what he's trying to do. So, okay, so that's pretty cheeky actually. He just gathered some wood right here while he waited to get the TC for his advance time. So that's actually pretty cheeky.
Yeah, he'll be able to drop those off right after.
For sure.
A
I
little
would
bit
say,
early.
yeah, he's a little bit early on. He commuted to his job a little bit too early. But yeah, chilling with
I'd
the
keep that
hyenas.
Greek scout moving too.
So yeah,
But yeah,
he
back
definitely
TCs.
did waste some resources there. Which
Basically, you just never want idle time on any of your villagers, like just
Πρόσεχε.
always getting more shit for you.
Yeah, I would say actually that you wanna grab the 5 villagers from gold instead, and like grab the TC with those, and put some
Λέγε.
more villagers on wood so you can make Odysseus right away.
Πρόσταγμα.
Yeah,
Because right now you kind of like an imbalance of the gold, which is something you don't want to see. So he started out really great, but then like that's like the first mistake that he made.
Πρόσταγμα.
yeah,
Πρόσταγμα.
and so obviously we got Gaia going 2 TC.
Yeah, which is going to
So
be very annoying to deal with actually. So he's actually opted into the double barracks with 5 villagers on food, which is
Πρόσταγμα.
I don't agree with that. That's a little bit too much. I don't think you can support that unless you switch like all your gold villagers to food right now. But you're gonna run out
right,
on goats, so
yeah, and he's got a bank of gold, so he's
Πρόσεχε.
fine with taking them off.
yeah, for sure. So let's
Λέγε.
fast play a little bit here and get to the juicy action, because I was told it was a pretty epic game. So we'll have way more to see in later into the game.
Does he get
So
that? Does he get that
Πρόσεχε.
that villager at the top, or did it?
Έτοιμος.
Oh,
uh,
okay, I see.
it,
He's
it's
in
still in sight.
Πρόσταγμα.
That's good though. When you can't get that villager and you have centaur, there's no point wasting time shooting a manor. You might as well go look for some more.
For sure. So he's actually hunting right here, so which you probably should notice. You can like select the giraffes here, and then you'll see that he's hunting these.
Well, that and the fact that there's guy lush all over the
Yeah,
place.
for sure.
Πρόσταγμα.
So yeah, on the farms already.
Yeah, so he just has way too much gold right now, which is not good. So you definitely want to like pull some villagers off gold and put them on wood just for a moment, for a hot minute.
Πρόσταγμα.
He had chickens too. Can eat the chickens up. Tastes good.
For sure, for
Right.
sure. You definitely want to eat up all the food source in your base first before fully switching to farms.
Πρόσεχε.
Especially your goats. You stay on the chickens and your goats get a little bit fatter. So
Yeah, for sure. Like you want to go from chicken to berries to goats and then farms. You want to have like a smooth transition to the farms. Yeah, I would actually opt into like one barrack, one stable, not two. I just don't think you have the resources for supplying both.
Πρόσταγμα. Πρόσταγμα. Έτοιμος. Πρόσταγμα. Έτοιμος.
So also you gotta watch the micro when you're next to the carnivora.
Yeah,
Eats your
yeah.
ass. Just one angry plant, man. You gotta be more aware when you. Holy crap!
Well, that's a lot of buildings, boys. Like,
It's a lot of production when you could be focusing a little bit more on econ,
Λέγε.
but
Πρόσταγμα.
he's still playing okay. Like he's not behind by any means versus his opponents. So
I would definitely say it's cheeks though. It's cheeks. You
this cheeks for sure.
Λέγε.
you
And
should probably like
fighting,
focus more on myth units and try to get heroic faster. Like I would say like 12 minutes is heroic time, and then 15 minutes you want to be mythic and like spamming Colossus. Or maybe
Right.
even Lightning Storm this case. You Underroll plus Lightning Storm with Hoplites and Hippicons. That's a really nice combo for Krieg against Atlantean.
Yeah, and if you're gonna auto queue 2 units that require food out of that many production buildings, you gotta be like 3 TC with all the econ ups.
Yeah, you can see that he has way too much on wood right now. You want to like at least take 10 off wood if you want to support this many buildings. You want to have like
Yeah.
35 on food to support all of this.
Πρόσταγμα.
But I guess
Yeah,
like
look-
there's a Japanese strategy from the Japanese players, which like they spam buildings all over the map, which is really good if you're Poseidon, but Zeus is like decent to like corner your enemy into thinking like you have like a huge empire. But I'm not
This
too
is
sure
good
about this
fight
case
here,
though.
though.
Πρόσταγμα.
Yeah, it's
Λέγε.
actually
Λέγε.
pretty decent. Like green is right here,
Λέγε.
but he's fighting both fronts, which is like not advisable.
Πρόσταγμα.
No, he can't. See,
Πρόσταγμα.
he's kind of in the same position.
Λέγε.
He needs to focus on his side, but this is good
Λέγε.
defending. He kind of needs a hero to deal with the Cyclops, but
Yeah, it's a big boy, but he's gonna get focused
also
down.
I kind of noticed he's late with the house every time. He always popped, then he drops a house, popped, then drops a house. It's you always want to manage your population
Yeah,
so
for
you can keep
sure.
that constant army flow.
Yeah, so because he's spending so much resources uh, with food units, he actually hasn't been heroic yet. So
Λέγε.
he has a lot of favor to like to spend myth units, and he's like a lot of resources. You definitely like the general rule is like you want to be below like a certain threshold of resources, which like should be like below 200 of each, unless you want to go
Okay.
heroic or get big upgrades. Like if you see like a certain amount of resources, like you see like
Oh,
400 wood, 400 gold, like that should like give you a sign in your brain like, oh, I got a upgrade fortified town center.
Έτοιμος.
right. So right here, it's the classic guy push with the dryad, the treeman, and
The
the
birds,
fucking stem birds. Yeah.
yeah, they throw
You need
feathers
some
and they're
hero.
very sharp.
Έτοιμος. Έτοιμος.
They throw some soft feathers at you, but it hurts actually.
I mean, it's like fucking 50 kilograms of feathers, so it's pretty heavy. I mean, 50 kilograms of feathers is still 50 kilograms. So.
Yeah.
Πρόσεχε. Έτοιμος.
It's quite so cheeks.
Yeah,
Cheeky.
yeah. It's quite so true. But yeah. So he's quite a junior right now. He has a lot of resources, man. You gotta watch your resource, buddy.
Yeah,
And
it's not when he says like you want 200, like the threshold. What he means is like as fast as you're getting resources, you want to be spending. You want to be using it, getting all the upgrades, getting the next age up,
Yeah.
army upgrades, army.
Pretty much.
Here's the gate,
Έτοιμος.
boys.
that's Terry engaged. So yeah, you want to make a market right now and just trade like some gold for food, and you can be up in Mythic right now. Right now. And
Right then,
go.
and click it
And
and trade.
go. And go.
Well,
there we
this
go. Okay,
is-
he did it.
This is cheeks.
Yeah, that's pretty
Λέγε.
cheeks.
Έτοιμη.
Oh,
That deleted a lot of buildings. So Lampade is auto attacking the military academy. It's
Λέγε.
pretty cheeks.
yeah,
It's pretty cheeks too.
yeah.
Πρόσεχε.
That's
All
a
kinds
lot
of cheeks.
wasted.
Έτοιμος. Πρόσεχε.
There's cheeks all over the place in this game.
So yeah, if
It's
you have
fun.
this much resource, like your eyes want to be at a resource country, like you want to look at this part and this part, the mini map, and you just want like trade resources, food, stabilize your food economy, and just get all those upgrades.
Πρόσεχε.
Get the irrigation, get the third upgrade, the hand axe, the bone saw.
Έτοιμος. Πρόσταγμα.
Yeah,
Λέγε.
and if
Πρόσταγμα.
in this situation you have no food, but you have 3,600 wood, you can easily just trade that out, and or even switch hella villagers to farms.
Yeah, pretty much. So, ooh, the boy's coming in to help.
This is interesting though. He's gonna take the shots of all those Terma and the Dryads, but he wants to focus those 4 villagers. I don't know about that.
So it seems like he's gonna take it down. Oh, actually, not
Oh.
sure.
Never mind.
Πρόσταγμα.
As long as he keeps funneling, he needs to restabilize his food though.
Oh shit! This is the spawn, the bugged spawn on the old patch, where there's only 2 TCs per player. So this might be a really long game. There's no third
Yeah.
town center. I just realized that.
Έτοιμος.
So yeah, on a new patch, there's actually a third town center, and the Oasis map script loads a lot faster too. So that's pretty good. All the
Πρόσταγμα.
competitive maps are reworked. They're all rewritten from scratch by Hagrid.
Λέγε.
So they're really Gomu.
Έτοιμος.
They're quite some
Double
juniors.
Bentley fan.
Yeah.
So I don't know. This kind of cheeks right here. He's got 1 Colossus and like 4 Hoplites and a Hercules.
Yeah, so you definitely want to like if Tila's making more Lampedas to chaos your Colossus, you definitely want to pick those off with your Bellerophon. And you probably want to like spend your favor, get hands of the Talos and Shelter of Talos to get the Golden Colossus and just spam those bad boys, because Atlantean's weakness is like really pretty much myth units. So you wanna spam a lot of them, especially against this guy called Termaton.
Hetimus. Legend.
For sure.
Like, I guess he didn't get the note of not spamming Termas past Classic. 'Cause he's still going pretty ham with the heavy Terma. So that's definitely
And-
cheeks.
Yeah, for sure. And he had Hippocon spamming. I think that's the comp he actually wants now, but he kind of stopped making them.
Yeah, so there's the Bella Ferran. He's actually making Mantic Norse right now, which is like decent, but not if you attack an Oracle.
That's cheeks. That's pretty cheeks.
Cheeks go, we out there, cut.
And also right here, his production is spamming units directly in the middle of Teal's army, so it's free suicide.
Yeah, those Helipolis though, those are cheeky for sure. You wanna keep them alive though, but yeah, that's like a good team comp.
Yeah, you definitely want to keep them alive.
I like this little spot here too. That's pretty cheeky. This is a well fought battle, so it's like a battle between the younglings.
It's
Like-
back and forth. Pretty even game right now.
This is what it means to be young. Back and forth.
But
25
yeah, it's
minutes.
kind of
that's it.
cheeks to. I mean, imagine all the people pushing that tower along, and they just do it into suicide, massive army.
Yeah. Oh, I guess he's trying to take out the underworld. He actually never got to. Oh no way. So green actually never uses sentinel. Yeah. I mean, there's no TC really, so I understand that.
Yeah. It's his army comp and his army rally points. But I think what he needs to do is pull all his rally points back and probably stop producing from the buildings that are in Teal's base basically now.
Yeah, yeah.
Probably remake some new ones, spam them all over your base because you're essentially fighting 5 army, total population 5 army versus Teal's entire army of like 115 mob, whatever it is. But I say that, and then I see he's got the Zeus armory upgrade, and he's getting all the upgrades for the Myrmidons. So
Yeah, Merms are actually kind of overrated because hotpla, like just making pure hotpla is actually more cost effective. At least as far as I know. But like a team comp you want to run here, or the unit comp, my bad.
look at these villagers. I say that's cheeky.
Yeah, that's pretty cheeky. He might have even wall off the trade here, which yeah, that would be pretty cheeky. But yeah, like I was saying, like the unit comp you want to have is Helipolis, Colossus, and then like a mix of Tox and Hoplites, but not that much. Like you want to just like mainly have like a mass of Colossus and Helipolis. Like that's like the Greek late game comp that you want to have.
Yeah. And eat a few gold mines on the way, maybe.
Yeah, because that's their diet pretty much. Have some trees up their ass. Yeah.
No heroes though. I would recommend that, especially as Zeus, just keep spamming heroes all the time. Like as soon as they die, make the next one, and of course have Bella because it's probably like one of the best heroes in the game.
Yeah, but from doing that jump attack, just one-shotting units. So yeah, let's fast play for a bit because this seems to be like a stalemate. Like at this point, you probably should have won against Gaia. Like you need to like just more Helipolis and Colossus and just like really push out.
I know, like while you're playing, sometimes you miss stuff and it's hard to keep track. But one thing that's kind of cheeks here is he walked his villagers all the way to the other side, but he had an underworld to the other side. He could have just walked into.
Yeah, that's a good point. That's a very good point. Yeah, that's definitely cheeks. I just love that word, dude. Fucking cheeks. Cheeks and cheeky.
Cheeks. Let's see what. Now that we're at 32 minutes, what kind of upgrades our boy has? We maxed out.
Yeah,
on
there's a
everything.
lot of good upgrades. That's pretty good, yeah. That's definitely cheeky. I'm bringing the
Something like this though is kind of interesting. If you are just fighting and like kind of having a stalemate, and you just take a clump of your army and just send it to the back, the other person is forced to deal with that. They have to go deal with that. So you can kind of free up room at the front and push harder even.
Yeah, for sure. Like the late game, you always like the win condition is pretty much like either like you want to like take down a settlement, which is not a valid win condition in this game because there's no third settlement, or you want to like wall the trade up with towers with your villagers because you're pretty much like you're gonna run out of gold mines. So you have about like 25 villagers which are doing nothing because the gold ran out, right? So you can
Yep.
like use those villagers to wall the trade.
And he wants to, obviously. So that's good game sense right there. Gotta stop that trade, get the gold.
Yeah, for sure. He's running really low on gold though. I feel like he should probably turn off the merms because that's just really
They eat up.
eating his economy right now. Which is like I said before, like merms are actually not that cost effective. It's kind of like a trap for beginners to fall in. They're really not that effective.
Legend.
They have uses and they're definitely good against certain comps. In this case though, that juicy Greek comp that you're talking about with Colossus, Helipolis, a few talks, and mainly your Zeus hoplites with their bonus damage, that's where it's at.
For sure.
I love this. I love these walls though. They're kind of fucking crazy.
Yeah, but yeah, if you just make your main army just pure Helipolis and Colossus, then you'll be pop capped really fast, and the resources are just gonna be stacking up. You can get all these wall upgrades, you can get all the tower upgrades. Like in late game, you definitely want to make towers like Teal is doing.
Legend.
You want to like getting crowns is just really important. Like just pushing with towers and siege. That's just like so key. Like it eventually becomes just a deathmatch game. So if you want to like have experience with late game, definitely try out deathmatch and just play a bunch of games against Nakamura and shit.
Right. And it looks like he's probably gonna win this, but I have to point out again, if he just was to change his rallies, he would have won this game so early because you just see 1, 2, 3 units just run into towers by themselves when you could just stack up a few units in a few seconds and then push.
Yeah, for sure. You want to keep your APM high. Just like in the early game, like you don't need that much APM, but just to like spam your control groups just to get the warm up, and then in the late game you can just like really go and pop off with your APM, so you can like control all your units all over the map.
Yep. And it's kind of nice he's denying that TC. Looks like he's just gonna clean up.
So he's
Pushing
finally
all-
opting into all those helipolis, and you can see they're just doing work right now. But what it needs right now is just like a good backup of Tox, just shooting down these Mermellos and these villagers.
Holy shit. Yeah.
So he's
But it's
researching.
true though. You're seeing the power of Helipolis without any army behind him. But if you imagine with an army behind him, you can
Yeah.
see how good they are.
And the Colossus, so Atlantean has to actually like make heroes, which is very expensive.
We got some Titan Gate going down.
So he's going for the Titan. I probably would have put it more on the backside and like maybe make a few walls.
Yeah.
But it doesn't seem like there's any god power, so it's fine.
Yep.
Pretty nice raids though with Hippocons. I would actually take
Yeah.
down this tower. It
Nice.
does not have boiling oil.
Legend.
Or actually it
Legend.
does.
Yeah, it does. As everything.
Okay, yeah.
He maxed his towers because he was tower spamming. And he's got the manticores again. I would probably stay on Colossus though.
Yeah, for sure. Like these manticores are like just. He's just not getting enough mileage out of these right now. Especially
They
not
break
when he's
down
going
too
to.
quick.
Yeah, especially not
take
when
them
he's
to
going
the
to go suicide like that.
It's a good thing Teal didn't make Arcus.
Yeah, actually, like if you're playing Atlantis, you want to stop making those Termas, and you want to probably opt into like a lot of Arcus, Fire Siphons,
Arcus
All
are-
Natures.
So good.
So this is actually turning into a pretty spicy game. It's getting pretty close.
Yeah, it looks like Red's gonna push out his side, and he's got a Titan, and Green's pushing out his side, and he has a Titan.
So this might actually come down to a Wonder, to be honest. It's looking very much like a Wonder game, but actually he's sending his Titan to the blue side,
yeah,
which
I don't know
means
about
that blue
that.
can push back.
Yeah, I guess it is a good play. Yeah, the Titan's gonna be on that. The other Titan's gonna be on that side, anyways.
Yeah, Red's Titan will go down faster too because he's already taking damage, but
Yeah.
I guess Green's Titan will survive with only a little bit of HP. Is he actually trying to go for the Titan Gate? There's no way he can make it though. He needed to send it right away, all the way from downtown.
So yeah.
Or he's just doing a lap around the Oasis, I guess.
He's just checking it out, man. Gotta get his morning jog in. Achilles getting free hits all day long.
Okay, this guy's wall chipping.
Okay, so we got Chicks Jr. here doing some nice wall chipping.
That's pretty cheeks, man.
Yeah, that's cheeks as fuck.
Okay, so we're gonna get a Cerebus Titan fight, or maybe not.
So we got six doggy heads going to battle right now. And he's getting the wall chip upgrades. Okay, is this Chicks? Who is this guy?
You should probably hit back to Titan if you wanna like trade Titan for Titan.
Yeah.
Spray cheeks.
Alright, so this Titan is at about less than a quarter of health, and Green's Titan not even touched yet.
It hasn't done much yet besides getting the attention of this Titan.
And they're just gonna do some laps, and so Red's Titan. Ooh, is Red Titan gonna escape through a wall? Yeah.
The clutch plays, dude. Cheeky.
Yeah. So it's nice. It's nice. Yeah.
So Green is recognizing that the Titan is pretty much down. He's gonna go down from this hero Arcus and Building Fire, and now Green is actually sending his Titan to the Wonder. So yeah, he definitely should have traded Titan for Titan, which is like a cheeks play, or should have been a cheeky play.
And this Wonder is most definitely going down.
Pretty much. You can see the camera shaking from the vibrations of the slap. But he actually does have the upgrades for the worms, which deals bonus damage against Titans. But it got deleted anyway. Holy shit, dude. Yeah, health pool is actually really good though against Titans.
Yeah, but yeah, any siege, any hero versus myth. That's actually kind of a lot of good players know that siege is good versus Titan, but I don't know if a lot of other players know.
Yeah, because it has like crush armor only 90%, so crush damage actually does a lot.
Yeah.
And you can also judge it, like or hear it from the sound, like it's making it like this heavy slap sound.
Yep. Slapping the bitches. So I'll say one thing that is interesting. Kind of was cheeks to send Red Titan for the lap, but he did buy Blue some time to push out his side. It looks like he's winning now.
For sure.
Holy llamas.
That's a bunch of juniors for sure.
Sure.
So
Make sure even while your Bella is chasing Myth unit, you still trigger his special, because while he's just chasing like that, he'll actually never use the special until you back him.
For some reason, it's really satisfying seeing these guys chase the Titan. Just looking at it.
So Titans are out of the game, but Teal's got his gate going down now, and it's about to pop off.
That's a lot of towers and wall chips. Holy shit! This is PK Chicks over here.
So we got 1 hour game already. It's, I guess it's what you expect from the kind of fucked up Oasis 2TC map.
Yeah, for sure. Like not like having one win condition removed from the game is like pretty big, and you get games like these where it's just a stalemate. So
we got the Crystal Boy on the way. I don't know if he's gonna go for the. Yeah, it looks like he's going for the.
He's going for the granary.
Nah, he likes That's a lot of wall chips.
I'm surprised he managed to take out his TC. But yeah, like in like deep late game like this, you, you probably want to make a wonder. Don't wall chip though, guys. Kind of like cheating, I guess. It's because your siege can't really get through. The Titan actually might go down before the one red goes down because it's not doing bonus damage against unfinished buildings.
Yeah. Hercules, Belfron, and those Helpless, and Odysseus. As long as he rebuilds it, So basically, looks like your guys gonna defend and win off a wonder now.
It definitely does seem like that.
Only boy left with the Titan possibility is our Moscow. But will he go Titan?
So he does have own natures, but they're pretty cheeks. They don't do that much damage, these boys, to buildings. So it's gonna take a pretty long time for Atlantean to push through a Greek player, which has 12k food and 8k gold. So
Yep. And greens push blue down, so it's a pretty spicy game. Definitely, I think final verdict. The game's not even over, but I think we can already declare final verdict. Is this game cheeks or cheeky? And I'm definitely gonna say probably cheeks.
yeah, I have to agree with you on that. I feel like Red could have won way sooner and not have to play a 1 hour game. But the maps was also pretty cheeks with no settlement for
Yeah,
forward
that's
settlement.
Lege.
But yeah, overall the arcade builder was pretty cheeky, but after that it kind of went downwards in a spiral. So if you do the tips, if you apply those, which we gave you this game, then you'll be pretty cheeky.
very cheeky.
Lege.
I wonder how many times we're gonna say cheeky and cheeks in this game.
Yeah, well, this is the cheeks and cheeks cheeky segment, so
Yeah,
it's
it's
to be
Rona.
expected.
It's Rowan Key Game and Cheeky Cheek segment, and we are out there. Definitely.
We out here,
We're quite so cleanly, cousin.
sanitized cousin.
So
And
yeah,
there
that was
it
the game.
is.
And if you guys want us to cast your game in a Cheeky or Cheek segment, then feel free to send a recorded game with a donation, maybe like this guy, and we'll probably cast your game. So yeah, just feel free to
Yep.
send your game, and we'll see you guys in the next video. Peace out,
Stay cheeky.
or cheeks.